I'm just a working mom who's doing her own dip powder nails at home. I'm not a trained professional. My hope is to inspire you by sharing my own creations. Enjoy! So my very first step when beginning my new dip powder manicure is to remove the previous one. To promote a faster soak off, I'm scuffing up the top coat using a Dremel with a coarse grit sanding tip. Removing that shine exposes more surface area for the acetone in the soak off bath, resulting in a quicker removal time. I spend about 20 minutes on this step. To me, it's worth it to minimize this time spent submerged in acetone. This does already generate dust, so I have my fan filter table on at this point and I'm wearing my mask. Ready to get rolling. Dusting off the nails. Dusting off the table. Dusting off the brush. Checking out my work. All right, looks pretty good. I'm in my sunroom with my soak off setup, a large glass bowl with very warm water, 2 quart-sized freezer bags with a sturdy piece of paper towel in each one for each hand, and 100% acetone. I'm gonna get soaking. Time to say goodbye to these and move on. After about 10 to 15 minutes soaking my hands in the bags with acetone while rubbing my nails on paper towels inside, I have succeeded in removing all the dip powder, as you can see here, and I'm free to begin anew. After the acetone bath, I did wash my hands with Dawn dish soap to help remove some of that residue that sticks to the skin. At this point, I am pushing back my cuticles to help expose more nail surface to apply dip powder to. Now I'm using a fine grit sanding block to gently buff the natural nail surface, concentrating mainly at the newly exposed nail near the cuticle edge. This step really helps to create an appropriate bonding surface for the dip powder products, and it reduces the likelihood of lifting and cracking. Don't skip this step, but don't go crazy. Leave yourself your nails. After prepping your nails, scrub them thoroughly using a nail brush with Dawn dish soap. Dry them and wipe clean using acetone. I like to start by applying 2 thin coats of build powder. This is not a necessary step. I find that it helps to provide additional strength and shaping to the final manicure. The first layer is a skinny strip down the center of the nail, not all the way to the cuticle. And the second layer is a slightly wider strip down the center, not going all the way to the side edges or the cuticle. The liquid base coat is applied. And then dipped into the build powder. This is the second coat of build powder. It's going to be applied in a slightly wider strip. The liquid base coat's being applied. and then dipped into the build powder. As you can see, I do take my time. I find that putting in the time and effort leads to more successful outcomes. Alright, now we're getting to the good stuff. Here I have chosen a lovely fall shade of green and purple. I'm going to apply green to my pointer and middle fingers. The remaining nails will get purple. My preference is to apply 3 layers of color, starting with the first about 2/3 down the length of the nail, the second closer to but not to the cuticle edge, and the third over the entire nail. Again, the base coat liquid is applied. Taking my time, being careful. And the nail is dipped into the powder. After I complete the entire hand, then I dust off the excess powder using a soft brush. Starting on the second coat of color, again applying the base coat closer to, but not all the way, up to the cuticle. A tip on applying base coat. It needs to be applied so that it doesn't pool at the edges, so it's best to apply thinner while still having a complete unbroken liquid base coat layer to dip into the powder. One method I have found useful when applying over a previous layer is to start on the dip powder part to help absorb some of that liquid initially, then later on apply over the uncovered nail area when there is now less liquid on the brush. For my third coat of color, I will be applying a blend of glitter and clear dip powder to my ring finger nail as an accent. I have that spread into a nail tray as I have found that the glitter is applied better being pressed onto the nail rather than dipped. Again, the third coat will be applied over the entire nail. All right, fast forward to the ring finger. I'll apply the base coat as before to the entire nail. Then press the nail into the glitter tray, rocking the nail gently to coat all edges. I'm just removing a couple pieces of glitter that didn't stick all the way. I'm planning on applying a chrome effect to my two green nails. The dip powder needs to be activated, then filed and buffed to smooth the surface for chrome application on these two nails. For the chroming effect, I have a small tray of green chroming powder, a clean makeup applicator sponge, a bottle of No Wipe gel top coat and regular gel top coat, and a UV light. I'm using a cotton round to wipe off excess powder before applying gel. I'm going to apply a coat of the No Wipe gel top coat, then partial cure it for 30 seconds under the UV light. Using the makeup applicator, apply a small amount of the chrome powder to the nail, then spend a decent amount of time to thoroughly and evenly rub it in using somewhat moderate force. Repeating the same process on the other hand. Then fully cure under the UV light for an additional 30 seconds. Be sure to wipe away all loose chrome powder from your nails before applying your next gel layer. I am going to go ahead and apply a second layer of chrome. So I'm going to repeat the previous steps, starting with the No Wipe gel top coat. Partial cure for 30 seconds. Rub in the chrome powder. And cure for an additional 30 seconds. Doing the other hand, doing a complete cure and wiping off the excess chrome powder. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and complete these two nails by applying one more layer of that No Wipe gel top coat, curing for a full minute this time. Then I'm going to switch to that regular gel top coat and go ahead and cure it for another full minute. Okay, the two green nails are done. Aren't they so pretty and shiny? We do need to go ahead and return to our dip powder nails. And what I'm gonna do now is apply 2 coats of clear dip. And I like to do this because it helps to protect that color layer while I'm filing so I don't file away a bunch of my color. My first layer of clear is going to be applied close to, but not all the way to the cuticle, again to prevent a very thick cuticle layer. Starting on my second clear dip layer, again this coat will be applied to the entire nail. Okay friends, all the dipping is done. Now we need to apply activator to those dip powder nails to go ahead and harden those layers before we can start filing them. And remember, you've already completed your chrome nails, so you don't need to apply activator to those at this point. I have given my activator at least 10 minutes to completely harden my nails. I am now going to begin my filing journey, beginning with a coarser file to make larger corrections to the shape of the nail, especially along the sides. You want that to be straight. Then I'm going to complete with a finer grit for smoothing and rounding, and that is an important step to do for the desired shaping and smoothing so that your final effect is a beautiful nail. Okay, I'm wiping away the dust from my filing and buffing, and then I'm going to apply a very light coat of activator again to help cure the top coat, which is the next and final step. I have given that activator at least 10 minutes to sit. And then I did also wipe my nails once again to remove any additional excess activator or debris. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply a first coat of that top coat in just a few quick strokes. You don't want to overwork this layer, as you can increase the speed at which your brush may harden. And I do have brush hardening occur for me, and I'm going to go ahead and Replace my brush after applying this coat with a new brush from the cleaner bottle. But that's okay. That's why I have it, and it lets me complete my job without a crunchy brush. Here you can see I'm going to go ahead and switch out that brush, and it's about 2 minutes before the second coat of top coat is applied, and you can spend a little more time applying this coat. And I did also apply top coat to the edges to help the manicure last longer. I'm going to give that a good 10 minutes to fully cure before I touch anything. And here is the final result. I have also applied cuticle oil and hand lotion to help nourish my skin. But oh my gosh, look at how pretty these are. I love them so much. Thanks for checking out my nail design with me. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment with any questions or feedback.